Hello. In this video, what we're going to do is go over some basics in pronouns. So, pronouns are essentially words that stand in for nouns. So, for example, let's look at the sentence over here. George bought George's toy to show George's cousin. Technically speaking, that's grammatically correct, but it doesn't really look that great. So, to keep things simple, we use pronouns instead. George bought his book to show his cousin, both his referring to the noun, George. So common pronouns that we see every day include I, we, she, it, they, us, that, which, this, who, theirs, hers, his. Tip. Here's another tip. They can refer to objects as well as people. So for example, the pencils are on the table could also be rewritten as there are on the table. So tip. Here's something also you should consider to track antecedents. So antecedents are the word or phrase that a pronoun replaces. So Maya arrived late because she replaced the bus. So this is what the pronoun's replacing. See, now metal over here is the antecedent. And since it's a singular object, we could refer to it as it in the blank over here. Now, pronouns and apostrophes. This one is something you should also consider here. Apostrophes on pronouns represent contractions. So it's with the apostrophe would represent it is or it has. There represents they are. Your represents you are. And whose represent who is or who has. However, don't get these apostrophes. So there's a difference between it's with an apostrophe and it's without one, which would mean that it's belonging to it. Similarly, it belongs to them, you, or whom, depending on whether they use their, your, or whose. Now, let's look at some practice questions over here. Just take a few seconds to solve this one. Okay, let's look at the first question over here. The children who behaved well in class were given stickers, semicolon. They were very shiny. Because we're referring to the stickers, an object, and these are plural. So that's why we would get there. They were very shiny. Number two, the popularity of the slow loris as an exotic pet is due to its large eyes, which people view as charming. Now the question is, am I referring to its with the apostrophe or without the apostrophe? The correct answer here is without the apostrophe, because over here we're looking at the possessive. Now here's another practice question for you. Pause over here, try and figure this one out. The correct answer here would be D, making it lighter overall. Because let's start with over here. Stradivari introduced changes to the shape of traditional violin, flattening some of the instrument's curve. So the singular possessive, that's what we're referring to, the contraction, and making it lighter overall. That's the pronoun. In the next video, we're going to be focusing on rhetorical synthesis. So this is going to be essentially the bullet points kind of questions that you receive on the digital SAT. Thank you for watching so far. See you in the next video.